Voters across the state found their way to the polls today, casting their vote for who they want to claim the spot as their Democratic and Republican presidential nominees.
Some voters literally spent hours in line to do something that was more to them than just connecting the line on a piece of paper. Reporter Julia Thatcher spoke with some folks who waited hours just to vote.
I cannot even begin to imagine the amount of people that have already gone through those voting booths. What surprised me most about today, however, was that everyone I spoke with was in a surprisingly good mood despite the lines.
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Oh, since 2 hours.
Parking lots were packed and lines were long. But can you believe just how long some were? Hundreds of people gathered at 7th Avenue in Glendale to cast their ballots, and all for different reasons.
A lot of good men died so I could stand in line to vote.
Because I feel like this is the first year where it's actually going to make a difference, and there's a huge amount of people that are actually going out to vote this year, and I want to be a part of that.
Seeing this many people wait in line made us curious if the turnout was anticipated.
Obviously not as long as they have been.
But one of the biggest culprits for the long lines?
The reason why we kind of condensed to 60 polling places is because the majority of our voters are not eligible to vote in today's election because they are independent voters, unfortunately.
The county court reporter's office said part of the preparations for today was making sure independent voters didn't show up to polling locations, but they said thousands still did. But the long lines didn't stop people from sitting in the sun and waiting their turn to make their voices heard. 98-year-old Mary DeWorth waited an hour in line before they brought her in from the sun to cast her vote.
Well, I think it's important to vote, and everybody should get out to vote.
The county court recorder's office stressed the importance that if you are registered as an independent, that you stay home. It will only create delays if you do vote, but if you are eligible, you can visit any of the voting locations. In Phoenix, Julia Thatcher, Cronkite News.